Hi, and welcome back to our videos showing how to use the basics of Google Apps for Education. In this video, we are going to create a doc, but we're going to make it look a little more interesting than our last one. I'm going to start out. Now, I'm already here, but this is my home directory of my drive. I'm going to go to my directory of Tech Ed classes, and I'm going to create a new file in here. By going to the directory, then it will automatically be saved in that directory. So I'm going to create a Google Doc, and just like your assignment, you're going to be creating an introduction for one of your colleagues in the class. In my case, I'm doing this alone, so I'm going to introduce myself. Now, I always start out by giving my document some sort of title. So I'm going to call this Ryan's Introduction. Okay, and then if I click the title up here, it'll automatically grab that first line of text. Now, since this is my title, I'm going to bump up the size a little bit. So I've highlighted the text with my mouse, and I'm going to go up to, let's see, 30. That looks good. Maybe we'll even make it bold. Okay, so there's my introduction. Now I'm going to go grab some text that I have over here that you can see in Word. And by jumping over to Word, I can copy that. So I'm going to highlight that text. And I love using keyboard shortcuts. So I'm going to hit, and this is probably the most commonly used one, would be Command C to copy that. If you're on a PC, that would be Control C. And then I can come back over to my Google Doc and hit Command V. Okay. Now you can see my text I have on purpose. I made some of it bold and some of it's different sizes. It doesn't really look consistent for this short paragraph. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this text, and I'm going to come over here to these ellipses and click the clear formatting button. That's a letter T with a slash through it. And then that just changes it to plain text. And we might want to change that further later, but this gives us a good start. Now, to make this document a little more attractive, we might come over to File, Page Setup, and this way we can change the background color of the sheet. I like the color goldenrod, so I think this would be about a goldenrod color. And now we have a color on the background. Now, to make the text, to give us a little more information here and make the document interactive, I'm going to highlight this part of my first sentence. I currently teach at the Department of Teacher Education at Weber State University. So someone might want to know more about that program. So I'm going to highlight that, and I'm going to click the link button because I want to insert a link. Now Google's pretty smart, and they've already found the link. Alternatively, I could just also come over here if I wanted to find it on my own. Teacher Ed Weber State, here's the link. And then once again, I'm going to do my Control C to copy that, and I can paste that right in there and apply. So now we have a link to my job, to the department that I work in and that you're a student in. So we've already enhanced the document in a few ways. With the background color, we adjusted some of the formatting, and we inserted a hyperlink. Now, when we come to my last sentence right here, he says, the next to last sentence, that he enjoys mountain biking. Let's maybe grab a picture of mountain biking. I'm going to come over here to Google and type in mountain biking. I'm going to click on this tab right here for images. Now, another important step here is I want to click on Tools, and I want to make sure, I want to limit this to images that people have given permission to reuse. So I'm going to click Labeled for Reuse, and I'm going to pick, let's see, definitely not one of the jump ones. I'm not that good of a mountain biker. Let's maybe take this one, just a bike by itself in a meadow. And I'm going to visit the web page where it comes from. And as we can see, this is licensed for Creative Commons, so free for not for. Oh, this one you can use for commercial use too, but we're not. This is not commercial. I'm going to download this picture. I am not a robot. And as you can see, it came right to my downloaded files right here. And I can, let's see if it will let me drag it. I can drag it right into my document. Now we have a few options here. We can have inline. So then if I move this picture, it'll just interrupt a sentence. I could have it wrap the text, which looks kind of neat if I adjust it like that. Okay, so that might be a nice format. And then the final one is a break text, and then it would kind of go in. It would stop in the middle of a line, depending on how you'd like it to look. I think it looked best with the break text. Move it right up there. And then one last item is I should insert. I should put a note where I got this image. So I'm going to put image. Courtesy of. I'm a terrible speller, as you can see. Courtesy of. I'm going to put the link for that. Okay. And that concludes this video.